Now I would like to call upon our respected delegate, Dr. Alicia, a Vice Chancellor of ICFAI University, Meghalaya. She is an alumnus of the Northeastern Hill University, from where she obtained her degree right from undergraduation up to PhD. It is by dint of her hard work, devotion, and meticulous perseverance that she was, within a short span of time, elevated to the highest position of the university. She is a firm believer of the fact that the success of the educational system depends as much on the performance of the teachers as does on that of the students. As a Vice Chancellor of the university, Dr. Gatphoh is committed to developing a new cadre of citizens with a high level of competence, a strong sense of ethics, and a commitment to the code of professional conduct. For this, I would like to call upon Dr. Alicia. May I request you all to give a huge round of applause.
At the outset, I bring you greetings from the ICFAI University in Meghalaya to each and everyone present here today, and to all, each and every one of the Shubharti University. Now, I come from a northeastern state, Meghalaya. Now, the very fact I'm here today is that most of the time, we do not connect, and this time I take it as a time to connect, not only the north, the south, but also with the northeastern states. Meghalaya is a state that was carved only in 1972 out of the erstwhile state of Assam. Now, this, of course, if you Google it, you will find it everywhere in the history books. But I'm going to talk about today regarding a little bit that we experience of the tourism industry in Meghalaya, particularly the community-based tourism. Now, why? How did it develop? Was it planned or was it by default? Now, the development of the community-based tourism in Meghalaya, it's because of the unique land tenure system. Now, the land ownership in Meghalaya, it's owned not by the government. Government has only a restricted acres of land. But the land there is owned either by the community, the village, the clan, and the individuals or family. Now, you see, in Meghalaya, the uniqueness of it is that we have a very strong clanship. We differ from the rest of the country in the sense that we are matrilineal in character, in nature. The title we do not take from the father side, but it's from the mother. And it is from the mother that we build the clanship. And that clan is a bond among all members of the clan. And you'll have it in Meghalaya that one clan will have sub-clans of 12, there will be 3, there will be 4 or 5. We belong to one big clan, respectively. And the uniqueness of it is that each and every clan member takes care of its one and all. We do not leave them alone. That is one of the uniqueness of being in matrilineal society. With due apology to the menfolk here, you see, it happens many times. A man can walk away, leaving the kids behind, but a mother hardly does it. And the child belongs to the mother in our society, and it has a clan that will back. Not only the family, but even the clan. Now, it is by default that here, because of the land tenure system in Meghalaya, that you all have developed and grown the community-based tourism. Now, tourism industry in Meghalaya is at its very nascent stage. It's just starting to boom. I'm not talking about boom, boom, but it's just starting to grow. Yes, you have seen that it is nowadays, Shillong, which is the capital of the state, is the music destination as well as Tura. But these can be termed as the event for tourists coming at a specific time. But what about the sustainability? Because today's is on synergizing sustainable technologies and management practices. So how do you sustain it? It is the community. Now, one example I'll give you about how it started, the community-based tourism, of one tourist spot just on the outskirts of Shillong. How did it start? It's a primary source. I know it very well. Now, that particular tourist area is known as the Elephant Falls, a name given by the British. Now, why it was called Elephant Falls? At the time when the British came, they had settled there. We have a defense land over there next to it. Now, the waterfall has a stone which is the shape like an elephant's head. But a great earthquake of 1897 destroyed it. Now, this is a name given by the English, by the British. The original name of it is in Khasi. That is called the Lai Pateng Khosio, which means the three-step knees waterfall, because it is in 3 steps. So that the original name is Lai Pateng Khosio, but commonly called now as the Elephant Falls, and it's yet to be changed. It's called the Elephant Falls. Now, this is just a few kilometers on the outskirts of the city. In the 1980s and 1990s, it is a very much popular attraction for tourists. But one thing is that there was no monitoring. Gradually, it started to become a den for the thugs. Till daytime, it was fine. But by night or by evenings, it was a little bit risky for anyone to be there. There is looting and all, drinking, and then a lot of other negative activities going on. In the year 1996, a group of youth of the 3 villages there, that is Laijem, Sadeo, and Umsenyong, the youth of these 3 villages got together and felt that something needs to be done to cleanse it of this menace. So they decided that, yes, let's do something about it, the community, the youth of these 3. Now, what they did was, they decided, yes, let's check. So they volunteered themselves, so some of the youths came as volunteers and to help check and cut the menace that was happening there, not allowing the tourists or local, domestic or international, not allowing them to stay back late at night drinking and all. However, these volunteers, some of them, they are studying. They are still college students or university students. Some of them also, they are already working. So it's not feasible for them to be there 24/7. Fortunately, a social activist by the name of Deepak Lalu came forward and advised them, why don't you form a society? So 2000, they formed a society of a group of youth from 5 villages of that surrounding area. And with that, they registered, this being a government land, they registered, leased it. And this was run by the community. That is, the community, after they have formed the association, they were able to look after the maintenance of that particular area. Initially, when it was done, they were having only 3 to 4. They were able to appoint 3 to 4 helpers around. But today, they have appointed between 25 to 30 of them, having their own ambulances and all that. And it is sustainable in the sense that why it is sustainable, it's because that particular welfare association has generated a livelihood. It sustained a livelihood, not only for the unemployed in their villages, but even for the others as well. As time passed, with the entry fee that they charge of a meager 30 to 100 only, as time passed, what happened was that they were able to build some shops. And these shops, now, they were owned by the unemployed. Some of them are single mothers also. So they were able now to get an income wherein they will be able to give education to their own children. So here comes that sustainable, the community-based tourism. Then also, in Meghalaya, it's not, this is one, but mostly of the tourist spots in Meghalaya, they are community-based. There is one, we call it the sunrise view, or the sunrise watch. Now, that is something that until and unless you experience it yourself, whatever technology you used for tourism, unless you have a personal experience, nobody can define it for you. Now, this sunset view, someone had noticed it because you have a deep gorge and then you're having the hills. The beauty of the place is that at the break of dawn, what you will see there is the sun rises from between the clouds. It's either you'll catch it between the months of November. Now, I am narrating this, it's because I want to show you the community-based tourism, how it started. By default, community came in. Initially, we all go free over there. We visited the place and then came back. But now, it has become taken over by the village darbar or the village committee. And now you see when they had gone, when the visitors or the tourists will go for that sunrise watch, what happened is they will go around 2, 3 in the morning, they'll start from wherever they are. Normally you'll have to be there by 4, between 4 to 5 in the morning, depending on the sunrise. So the villagers started now selling first light snacks, tea, coffee, because you'll need it. And now it has grown into a business of serving breakfast, local breakfast. And now you're having, see, that is only in the morning time till 8, 9 o'clock. After that, they go to their own respective jobs. It's an additional income for them. And this is happening not only in and around Shillong, but it is happening all over. Now, the community-based tourism is always with local engagements. Until and unless the locals are engaged, we cannot build tourism industry. The most important factor for it, be it in Northeast or in any parts of our country or worldwide, it is the locals who will make and break the tourism industry. They are the ones to make it and they are the ones to break it. The hospitality sector. Now comes now you're having where people do not want to just go and visit. They want to experience the cuisines. They want to experience the life, the way, the culture of a certain place. Now, they have started a kind of a resort wherein that particular family, they started growing the vegetables in their own gardens. You go there, stay there, live like a rustic life. There is no geyser, by the way. If you want to have your bath water, you'll have to ask, and then it gets boiled in by firewood. Okay, that rustic life back. So many of us, we all experience life in the hotels and everything is served. But when you go for, to experience tourism, to experience the life of a certain community, their culture and all that, live, be a part of them. That beautiful experience, I'm telling you, you will not get it. Yes, modern technologies are there for connecting us, for helping us. But the technology, as our chief guest was saying, it's merely a tool. But the experience is personal. There is nothing. I love to travel. I love trekking. I can tell you that the personal experience I had visiting these places in my own state, I cannot define it. There is a place where you're having the limestone, it's a river, you're having the limestones. Okay, it's right down, and we are on top of the hill. It takes us more than 1 hour to go down. 1 hour to go down. Normally when we go for it, everybody will have someone who will help in carrying your food bags. But at this particular place, Amkoi, which is near Dauki area, some of friends I met here have been to Dauki. It is on the way to Dauki area, that is with border with Bangladesh. Okay? You will go down. We have to carry. No one will carry, will help anyone. You carry your own pack because it is very tiresome. Going down is more than 1 hour. When we came up, climbing up, I feel that we took more than 3 hours. And coming up that hillside, literally, I'll admit here today that I did not walk. I literally crawled to reach the top of the hill, to where the car is parked. And by the time you reach the top of it, the knees are shaken. You'll have knocked knees. You barely could stand straight. Now, this is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. And that is what tourism is all about. And that is the community. We do have a guide over there, but they will not carry. What about the other parts where you have 3,000 steps one way? The young crowd over here, the youngsters, can you think of going down 3,000 steps one way and coming up again the 3,000 steps to climb up? And the steps, they are not broad. They are very, it's the steps are just those on the ridges, very risky, but it is adventure tourism. The locals are there to help you. The locals are there to guide you, but you have to walk it. Now, those steps, those 3,000 steps down, leads you to a beautiful place where you have a double-decker living root bridge. A bridge which is not man-made, but the roots of the tree will form the bridge, and that is what you have to do. Walk down 3,000 steps, then only you can enjoy the double living root bridge, and then come up again 3,000 steps. Okay, once in a lifetime. I doubt anyone would want to go twice. Once in a lifetime experience. But that experience for a tourist will always stay with them. Will always stay with them, will be recounted. It's a personal experience that no words in the dictionary can define it. It's only what you feel, yourself only knows how great it is. And for that, it's the local engagement is required. The local people, the community as a whole, because The community, they are the ones, the locals are the ones who know the difficult terrain, where to step and where not to step. They will guide you. It's risky, it's thrilling, and then of course you're having cave-ins, the caves and all that, for caving, all these. Nowadays tourism is no more just like you're having, yes, music destination, we talk about the event management, we are having great singers coming to India, to the big metros, even to Shillong. We are having on the 10th, Brian Adams will be there, performing there at Shillong. We did have already, a good number of them had been. Akon and all that was there in the month of November. Yes, that is an attainment in the evening. But the real good experience of tourism is the community-based tourism. Get in touch with the community. It not only helps in a sustainable livelihood for the locals, but it is a one-time experience also for the tourists. This is what we have to explore. We have to explore the unexplored, but keep in mind that nature should not be destroyed. Keep in mind, nature should not be destroyed. We have what are termed as sacred groves. The sacred groves in Meghalaya, we have them. And in these sacred groves, nothing can be taken out of the groves. Nothing. In some of them, you have to walk barefoot inside the grove. But the first time I entered, I thought that, what about stones and thorns and all that naturally to walk barefoot? But the experiences, we walk on a carpet of leaves. We walk on a carpet of leaves. And then you enjoyed it so much. And these sacred groves, because they are preserved, they also add to eco-friendly tourism. Why? Because they also are the catchment areas for the source of water. So you see, tourism, management in it, these all come together. We all have a different role. Universities, educational institutions, all of us, we play a significant role towards the growth and development of tourism. But at the same time, we have to remember that we should keep in mind, nature should not be destroyed. Enjoy it, experience it, and let it be experienced by the next generation. Not to be selfish, only us, not only I should experience it, but generations to come also should share that same experience. This is what I want to say. Let's work together for the growth of the tourism industry, not only in our respective states, but in the country as a whole. But at the same time, respect nature. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.